Parental discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by IndyWrestling.us and IndyWrestling.network for your independent wrestling entertainment. Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Do what you got to do, make it last. Wait for the perfect time.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 845. We'll fix that graphic in a moment. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron Twitter here in the Sorgatron Media Studios in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ready to the epicenter of professional wrestling. You know, let's try that this year. Let's try that for a moniker. Let's see who that pisses off. Sorry, Chicago. And Seattle. Well, this week Seattle is the fucking epicenter. But anyways, we're ready to talk some professionalized wrestling as we have been since 2006. And first of all, one of the guys that's been doing it for over half of that time at the very least is from Beacon, New York, the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. He is Mad Mike.
Over half that time, and I still didn't get proper placement in the intro.
You're in there now, right?
I'm in there now.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
And then I accidentally, at least on the live version, I accidentally edited out Joe Dombrowski. It's like, so good luck. You replaced Mexico's Joe Dombrowski in the intro.
Well, I hope so, because I'm Mayhem's Mad Mike.
That's right, Mad Mike of
no
the Mayhem.
offense, I've been on this show a lot longer than Joe. All deference and respect.
That is true. Anyways, also with us, joining us, he's doing a double header tonight. He joined us on the Awesome Cast earlier tonight, where you can hear him talk about robot toilets.
Yeah.
He had a due diligence to do because he was replacing the Dudders on the show earlier. He is the Riz.
Feels like I talk about whatever Dudders talks about whenever I'm on that show.
It's the spirit of the spot on the show, man.
But here, we just talk about shit.
That wrestle shit.
Wrestling.
That wrestle shit. Yeah, okay.
Nothing happened. Let's go.
Nothing happened. Nothing to see here. Also, we have a special guest with us tonight. If you're on our newsletter, saw the tweets earlier today, we do have a special guest representing this week Prospect Pro Wrestling. Got a great show going on later this month that you guys can check out. It is Satan survivor Phil Archer returning to the show.
What's
of
up,
the culmination. Hello, welcome to the show, sir.
Thanks for having me, Sorg.
It's been a good while.
Oh, it's been about almost 2 years now.
You seem happier. Even though you're darker, you're happier. This is weird.
Yeah,
this is strange to me.
That's how it works.
Is that how it works?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's like you got a good health plan with the culmination now. Is that what's happening?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Oh, like they got the culmination got dental.
Oh, dude, I got full insurance for everything.
Are they
bro.
taking applications?
You got to hit it up with the head honcho there.
I know it's a lot of just filters and shit, but like culmination need a good videographer or something, right?
Oh, dude, we always need a good videographer.
There you go. We'll be talking with you about what's going on with Prospect Pro Wrestling and the days. What's a day in the life of the culmination like? Let's go with that. We'll get to that later in the interview portion of the show.
Yeah.
On the focus on you. But there's a lot of other great wrestling to talk about, and also what is this show? If you're a first one across to come across us, and I don't know where you've been You've been at the last 17 years. But somewhere else on the internet. WrestlingMayhemShow.com is the site. It works now. It was broken over the weekend because server shit. But we wrestled that problem last night and got that sorted out for you. You can hit us up at that email address. Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com, 412-206-WMED0 at Mayhem Show on the Twitter. And, of course, we have a great conversation over the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook group, as well as the Discord and the Reddit. The Discord has been popping up. So is the Awesome Cast Discord, because we added an AI bot for art over there, and people are loving that. And some people here went through their free trial the first day.
That would be me.
That would be you. That would be.
I don't even know how to sign up for the paid trial. But
you know what? It took me a minute to figure it out too. Do you want me to help you with that later?
They didn't make it easy for me, so I'm not gonna do it.
No, this is not This is not for general people. First of all, that's why it's not easy. So,
I am for general people though, so they shouldn't have made it easy.
listen, I'm not general people, and I couldn't figure it out, and I finally figured it out the other day.
I don't want it to be like Ready Player One. I just want to be able to fucking have some computer draw Thanos as an ice cream salesman. Okay,
Yes,
that's all
how
I
do I
want.
give you my money?
That's all I want. I don't want to have to like fucking search for the golden egg to find out how to sign up.
Kind of, it was a really weird way they set it up, though. But I figured it out. If anybody wants to figure out how to pay for Midjourney if they're past their trial on the Discord, let me know and I'll help you out. Because it's weird because you were literally talking with robots trying to figure it out. It's AI, bro. So, anyways,
Morpheus
Live
told me better than this.
The Matrix was not a documentary, Mike.
Hey, yeah,
That's what you think.
That's what you think.
Don't tell Elon.
They fucking got you. How's that steak taste, Sword?
Wrestling Mayhem Show. We are live every Tuesday night, a little bit after 10 p.m. Eastern, after the NXT Overrun. We are also on we do that on the Facebook Live for the Wrestling Mayhem Show, as well as the YouTube and the Twitch for Sorgatron Media and the IndyWrestling.us YouTube. I'm sorry, yes, YouTube, Twitch, and oh, I forgot to bring that up. We are also live starting this week on. Let me make sure it's working because I forgot to experiment with that when we started up here. Indie Wrestling Network for free over there if you want to go check that out. We also did live stream this weekend's Top Rope Tabletop over there. You can go check out the last few episodes of that. And let me see, this is part of the experiment. Oh, wow, it works.
Nice.
We are over on the network as well. IndyWrestling.network. Get all your fine wrestling needs over there. Free trial for all the pay stuff there. So, and look forward to it because we do have a special announcement that's going to be coming out for that as well. And I think we got Phil here. We'll announce that later.
I just realized this show number is my old area code.
Oh,
We've gotten that high up.
okay.
We haven't gotten to my new area code yet, but we've gotten pretty high up.
I think we blew past some other area codes of the area, and we blew past all of our local area codes, actually. Anyways, that aside, if you want to talk area codes with us, you can go over to patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. Thank you to our people that are supporting the show. Our friends at a fan of the show level, Bo Diggity! Woo! As well as Ed Burke, Team Hammerfist, and Bobby FJ Town. Bobby, I started playing Borderlands. After all those years of you talking about it, I finally started. Pizza Club level, I know, I'm back in 2008. Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy and The Riz. And at the manager level, Bradley. You guys can support the show too, and I can say your name weird at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. And there may be some good reasons for you to do that in the very, very near future. So we do have a special announcement that is definitely happening, and that will be announced during our break today. Very special thing that I know some people are looking forward to. So, Patreon. Patrons also know already what the special announcement is. And and they got a preview of what they got a leak of what some of that is going to look like.
Tina says you forgot a patron.
I forgot a patron?
Yep.
Is Tina in there? Oh no, I need to update my list. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't look at it this
This is what
week.
happens when you fly by a seat of your ass.
And Tina Keys, the Mother of Dragons, is also apparently a Patreon. If she's responding and she knows, like, then apparently she got. Listen, it was the beginning of the month, beginning of the year. I think some people got messed up on stuff, and I checked last week, and there was significantly less. It happens every once in a while when people just like credit cards don't work or something, you know. So or it's the new year. You know what? It was Y2K 3, 2-3, something like that.
Oh no, we don't need another one of him.
Break the walls down, Mike.
Never. I'm putting them back up.
Anyways, hey, Jericho in the news. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
Well, it was January 6th this past week.
Hey! You're not doing that here.
It's not really
wow.
I mean, it's kind of. I mean.
I am still a fan of Jericho, no matter how unfortunate his wife is. Anyways. Wow, that sounded a lot meaner than I expected.
I was subtly saying things.
Yeah, like,
you just
went out and said it.
Just a dark turn.
Yeah.
This is what happened when you're on 4 hours of sleep doing a
You know,
Mayhem
no,
show
this
after a
is
full
what
day of
happens.
work.
This is what happens when you're from Long Island. I mean, shit. You know,
Okay.
real recognize real.
Is that what happens? Yeah, I've done business on Long Island. I get it. I get
Yeah,
it. I
so
get
have I.
it. There's some fun people on Long Island.
There sure are.
I've had 2 visits, and oof. You know, actually, both times I've been to Long Island for MMA shows, real fights broke out that weren't involved in the
Sorg,
cage.
how many
That doesn't
times did you
surprise
hear?
me.
How many times did you hear someone call it Strong Island?
Amazingly, not a lot. While I was
That's
there.
surprising.
I feel like that's more a
That-
wressling thing.
No,
No?
definitely is.
No, it's not.
You'd think the
definitely
MMA guys would do it.
I've heard it out of wrestling, so
Mhm.
it's not a wrestling thing.
I'm literally at the one show, and I'm like, why does this DJ sound weird? And I'm like, oh, I'm on Long Island.
Yep.
This is probably normal. Okay. All right. So, I had a little bit of...
Did a lot of the words have an sound at the end of it, but not like Master P, but like Noah? like,
no, he's more like
turn
kinda
up.
gravelly, and he was hysterically interrupting our production meeting.
Okay. Next question.
Oh, no.
How many people ended a sentence with bro?
I can't.
That's not
I don't-
exclusively Long Island.
I
though.
didn't talk.
Was Vince Russo there?
I did not talk to a lot.
It
Listen, unless you were in my way or I needed to interface with you for setup for production, I don't give a shit who you are. I'm not talking to anybody.
You
Okay.
are you do have that. I have seen you do that. Sort of.
You saw me in the worst of times.
I have seen you outside in the pouring rain. So
Listen, yeah, that was my worst. That was my worst production day, and then Long Island is where I had my second worst production day, because that's where the power went out, cage
Oh.
side, where all the commentary is,
Oh,
and all of our
man.
room
Oh.
mics, and our backup power to the cameras. Thankfully, we're on batteries. So yeah, like right before the triple main event,
Oh, damn.
and it was on battery backup, which means we didn't have power for a while. And it was so loud in there, nobody heard the beeping of the power supply to say, hey, I think there's a problem down here. So, yeah. And they packed things so close to the cage, I kept stepping on people, like running back and forth. And I'm just like, you guys got to fucking move. So, yeah, MMA is an interesting animal. Yeah, you're like, oh, it should be easier than wrestling, but then like when you're like, well, the talent stays in the cage, and then they don't, and then the fans get wild, and I don't know, it's
Whole different kind of animal.
it is, man. This is why I can handle fucking anything right now. Between WrestleCon, between whatever the fuck you guys do up in Worthington. Is that fire? Yeah.
Oh man, that's.
Yeah.
I didn't know like Katanning was slowly turning into like a new FMW type deal. Like once the barbed wire comes out and the ring starts exploding, I'm gone.
Yeah. Well, at least you don't run in West Virginia, where
Very true. Thank God. Archer don't like light tubes.
somebody's like, we're doing a show in West Virginia. Somebody's like, oh, the commission's not happy with what we're done. We're like, there's a commission? Isn't this where they run the death shows?
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
been to a couple death shows in West Virginia. Not
Yeah, I've made my death match experience and opinions known on this show. I'm not a fan. I mean, I
love watching it. I ain't doing it.
I just don't like cleaning up after it, or I don't like cleaning
Yeah.
up my equipment after it. So
The good old days of VOW.
yeah. Oh boy, man, that's a local one. Hey, they're on the network, or are they on the network? Or they're at least on the They're at least on something. They're on the YouTube membership at least.
I didn't even know they were still a thing.
Yeah. Oh, they are on the network. Yeah. Well, they're not a thing. We have the back catalog. I got the bill
okay.
and we got the back catalog for that stuff. So
I gotcha.
I got to touch base with him. Hey, Bill, if you're out there, we need to touch base soon. Anyways,
Jericho.
No, that's not what we're talking about. Oh, he was Pro Wrestling
You
Guerrilla.
did talk
Actually,
about
yeah,
it.
that was the story.
You were talking about
I
it.
thought
Sorg.
that was
Are you okay?
it was not a vehicle just for Mad Mike to crack wise about him. No, he showed up. The entire JAS showed up at Pro Wrestling Guerrilla Battle of LA.
I did see that.
Whoa! Boy, I'm
that.
presuming that was Garcia was in the tournament,
Yeah.
and they were there to support, hat and all. By the way, if you'd like to wear the hat, we do have one on display on Sasha over here. Our Mercedes or Mercedes.
Mercedes
Mi-
Monet.
yeah,
Monet.
Mike, I'm going to do something for you. Well, I'm going to do something for you. Okay?
Oh no.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
I
we're
don't
going
like
to
this.
we're going to get one of those my name is name tags
I don't like this.
and put it on Sasha. So I can remember what the fuck her name is.
Well, I mean, Sorg, who knows? By tomorrow, you may be very aware of what her name
Mike.
Tomorrow is where
Tomorrow
Tony,
is the
Tony
day.
Storm is the partner, and if you believe that, well, I've got a company to sell you.
Sounds like they're all for sale right now. Anyways,
Oh.
sorry. You understand, Mike? I walk into the studio in the early light of noon, and I say, "Hello, Roman. Hello, Hulk, NWO Hulk, and hello, Sasha." For the last several years in here, it's my routine.
Do you say it? Do you say it with a song like flourish, like "Hello Roman, hello Hogan"? Like,
Hello,
because
Sasha.
honestly, that
Hello, Jeff the Roomba.
okay, all right.
And then I'm out
Jeff
of
the
names.
Roomba.
I've stopped naming inanimate objects. So,
All right.
Yeah, Jeff the Roomba. He has been sassy lately. Anyways.
Jeff sucks. Get it?
Shit. Oh, jeez.
I hate it here.
Sorg on Long Island, did you take care and spike your hair? No, sir, I did not. I
Boy.
was working.
Boy,
Oh,
that's
jeez.
the first time that has been said in at least 13 years.
Yes. Now everybody's in there saying, because apparently several people are back on the Patreon, and I didn't notice this week because I'm like, oh, that's it for the month, right? And and now they're supposing
We'll get it next
I
week.
wanted to say less this week. So
We'll get it next week.
we'll get it next week. We'll get you next
And-
week.
And Sorg I'm surprised Sorg didn't do this week. He will Excalibur you.
No, I'm not. The Excalibur challenge is over.
Well, now you have to do it again.
No,
That's
it's over.
Sorg, if the patrons demand it, you have to do it.
I'll put a poll on the Patreon. I think I can put a poll on the Patreon, and we'll
Sorg,
see what
you
we
know,
want to do.
you know how that's gonna.
Sorg is gonna
Why-
pass out
why-
midway through.
I'm gonna be like, "Do you want me to do the Excalibur challenge?" And they're gonna be like, "Do the podcast
Yes.
without pants on." I'm like, "How did we get here? That wasn't even an option."
Wait,
Phil,
your pants?
Phil, welcome to the show.
Absolutely. It's been a while. It's been a while.
I'm glad you have your
Mike, do you
pants
wear
on.
pants?
No, you're not Troy Lordsing.
What
this
are
one.
pants?
Yeah.
Mike hasn't worn pants on camera in the last 10 years.
That's accurate.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
He's like, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
Technically, it's usually shorts.
Yes.
Usually. But if you want to find out which episodes it isn't, go back through our archives. There's a clue in each episode.
And if you look on the left-hand side there, right under the Undertaker, it does say no.
Anytime you see a QR code pop up in the back of me, that's when you know. It's just
There's
a simple.
It's
It's a phone number.
I never
It's a
see
phone
it on the
number that you have. It's a phone number that you have to call. When you call that phone number, it leaves a voicemail telling you to go to a website.
Turns
That
out,
website tells you to go to a Vine that I made 13 years ago. That just is me smiling, going like this. I'm not wearing pants. That's it. But you have to figure out which episodes have that because the placement of the QR code changes from episode to episode.
Yeah.
So just go back through all of our archives watch every single one of them, get our numbers up, hit like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and then as soon as you find the QR code, you tweet us.
And then if you play it backwards, it says drink more Ovaltine.
You know, it's been 10 years. I feel like I've never looked at the back of your office over there. Is that a fucking old school Optimus Prime sitting there?
That's the Lego Optimus Prime.
Oh, it's the Lego. Okay.
Yeah, it's the Lego Optimus Prime. He's
Okay.
just chilling.
You're just chilling.
This is
Just
the
don't-
second show I've been on that we have brought up Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I did watch him die before Awesome Cast today.
Oh God! Why
Again,
would you-
That's how
Spoiler
bad.
alert.
That's how bad. Spoiler
Did-
alert.
I mean,
Did you
everybody's
use the-
watching.
Did you use the puppy episode of Futurama as a chaser for that sword? What the fuck?
Damn.
I'm going to attempt to talk about wrestling now. There's news.
Why?
Uh,
There's nothing
to
going
be
on.
to be honest,
we're avoiding the news. Is what's happening. We don't want to talk about the news right now. We really don't, because we're so afraid it's going to keep crashing down and hurt
Like,
inside. Right, Phil?
It can't get any worse than it is right now.
Oh, I thought you were going to give me a visual cue over there since you got a. I gave you the Hogan line.
Dude.
There you
Speaking of
go.
Hogan, I'll just drink my coffee.
There you go.
Uh,
There you go. We'll fix it in post. All right, news. Apparently, because in the fashion of, I just watched the Uber series on Showtime. Because thank you, 99-cent month on Showtime. So I could watch Dexter and that fun movie about time travel. And I felt like it was that coming true again. Because we heard late last week, we heard rumblings, and we're like, he's not coming back. He's gone. He's gone. They're like, he's sexual abuse allegations. No way they're doing that, right? Apparently, Vince has strong-armed himself back into the company, replaced 2 board members, so he's got some allies, and has publicly stated about helping with digital rights and a potential sale of WWE. To which I remind you that I've been telling you that they're getting sold to Disney for the last 5 years. But more realistically, I have other ideas more that make more sense. And by the way, whoever said Fox is interested and said that's Disney, I will remind you that Fox is not Disney. Fox TV and News is another company. So, which I don't know how much money they have. Could they buy WWE? I don't think so. I don't think they're big enough. I haven't looked at the balance sheets. Yeah, like Fox, like News Corp, like the parts that Disney didn't buy, which includes Fox Sports, Fox News, the local TV stations and affiliates, an affiliate
Yeah,
network.
the only thing Disney bought was 20th Century Fox.
A lot of content and stuff. Like the movie content.
Disney bought content, not channels.
The studio. They bought the studio.
Yeah.
Which was probably a bulk of them, but still. So that happened. That dropped late last week, and just a little bit before the show, we saw that Stephanie McMahon has resumed her resignation from earlier this year, apparently, and Vince is now chairman again, I believe, and Nick Khan who was co-CEO with Stephanie for since the last transition in summer, is now full CEO. And he's looked like he's been getting ready for a sale for the last several years. The way he's been pretty much selling off talent for parts at this point, or at that point at least. So what does this mean for creative? Hopefully nothing. Paul's supposedly still in charge. Triple H is supposedly still in charge of all of that stuff. So, but as fast as things are moving, I have no idea. You'll find out. I know whatever. If there's any influence happening,
We'll find out real quick.
on the TV, you're gonna notice pretty quick. You're going to notice by the people getting hired, not hired, the people that have supposedly been signed. Like I just saw that Chelsea Green had apparently been signed for a while, is basically just waiting for an assignment. So that came out today, I think. So there's that. A lot of moves. I mean, I don't think there's a lot more to speculate on other than stuff that we've talked about. I mean, nothing's new. The idea of them being sold, like this is the most overtly they've stated this idea. And to the point where I think like there was news, I think this was a quote from Vince that he will block any sale without him on board. So, yeah, a little bit of strong arming happening there. So I'm interested to see that. I can't wait for Showtime to do a series about whatever's happening right now.
Showtime.
Well, they're doing
Vice is already on it.
Yeah, well, okay. There's the Vice one. No, I want the reenacted one, like the Jason Gordon-Levitt Uber show, and they're also going to be doing Facebook for the second season with Uma Thurman as HuffPost.
Zuckerberg?
Ariana Huffington in the Uber one. So I'm waiting for the dramatization of the last year at WWE. So, but yeah, that's where I know who I'm picking to play Johnny Gargano. Anyways, the casting will be better than Young Rock, Mike.
That's true.
Oh, man.
I got mad when I saw Ric Flair last week. So, anyways, I've been rolling with it. I'm like, that's weird, but okay. But yeah, okay. Anyways, Steph leaving same day her dad came back. Just smells like that. She knows more shit is coming out. I think that's just part of the agreement. I think this. You know what? I think they sat down at Thanksgiving and.
Oh, absolutely. Just a nice Thanksgiving dinner.
And wrote a couple press releases.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So, whatever this is, I mean, now everybody's, just like everybody's a ratings maven on the internet, everybody's playing business exec expert. So that in the wrestling world, so that's fun. Don't read the sheets, guys, on this. You should read. You should, if you're looking for proper news on this, don't read the wrestling news sites, except for WrestlingInc.com. And our friend Matt Carlin's doing a byline. But anyways, or you should be going to, honestly, CNBC for something like this about the ramifications of this type of thing, business-wise, because that's more interesting. This is the kind of environment, like, and this is spoken to in some of the statements that were made. This is the kind of environment where you're seeing all these conglomerations like folding in and buying content and buying studios and things, because everybody's shoring up everybody's amassing, collecting their toys, if you will, right? Because Netflix survived on renting everything from everybody, and then they brought the studios in house. And that's becoming a big bulk of that, because everybody else they can't buy anything from NBC Universal because they got Peacock. They can't buy anything from Paramount because they got P-Mount. I don't know. We don't have a fun word for that because they don't have wrestling. Technically, they had some WWE content, but still.
The Mount.
Yes,
There
over
it
on
is.
the Mount.
Or if we want to go wrestling terminology with it, the Mountie.
There it is.
Oh boy. I think the Mountie's still doing stuff. I haven't heard anything for a while. I dropped the Facebook chat. I apologize.
Oh,
And then you got all the colleagues
Yeah.
over in Twitch, I see. Anyways, and the other chat. Oh no! I hit fade to black again. Oh
Yep,
no! I
you're-
hit the
you're
fade to
not-
black again.
there we
again.
go.
But yeah, so that's, I don't know. Riz, Archer, you have any thoughts on this? I think I laid it out. I think that's all the details.
Yeah, I mean, you covered everything pretty good. I mean, you spoke on it earlier when we were just BSing. I mean, Vince, he wasn't going to run it forever. Like, it was going to happen sooner or later. So you just got to see how it plays out.
Yep.
See what happens.
Yep. He wasn't walking away from that. So that's it. Too bad. There's like no use in wrestling today. What?
He wanted the final word. He wanted his baby to go somewhere. He didn't want it in anybody else's hands. He wanted it in Vince and Kennedy McMahon's hands.
Oh, 100%.
And and we saw it with what happened. Let me just double check. I'm just gonna make sure. With the news and all that stuff, it started at $87 stocks. That's at 90 now. That's a jump of $10. And for something like WWE, for stocks that haven't really been like all that swell, that helped his stock. He's already making money again. and I think that's what most people are not really liking right now, is that Vince McMahon, who left with his tail between his legs because he did something.
No, he didn't
Like,
leave with his tail between his legs. He was forced
was
with his tail
forced
between
to
his
leave.
legs. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was not his
But-
choice. Unless there was some side talk of, and in 6 months with this, because stock market has short memories when it comes to allegations and the abuse of individuals, as long as you're making them money.
But here's the thing: he still had all of those execs that he had that on that table.
And he never lost his controlling stock.
Never
Very
lost
true.
controlling stock.
This is where I go to the Uber story.
So yeah, so of course he's going to come back, and of course he's going to get unanimous consent to come back
mm-hmm.
and to be head of the board.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, because he has his guys there. Are they going to say no to Vince McMahon?
Mm-mm.
No.
So everything's speculation from here until, we've seen, I don't think what we've seen in WWE TV over the last 24 hours reflects any of this, because I think it's pretty much been business as usual as it has been for the last several months. I think Raw turned in a fantastic last hour. That
Oh, absolutely.
hour-long Damian Priest fucking show was fantastic. Dominik Mysterio. Mike, I was just working on a clip that's going to get republished this week about how you said Dominik was the early MVP for the year.
Still is.
Sold.
Still
Signed, sealed, delivered, and sold last night with that interview with The Miz, Mike.
I swear it's only getting better.
That Miz was the straight man to say, it sounds like you were only in there for 2 hours, bro. And he's
And I love it so much. Like, prison changes a man. So just
He has
Like-
he has a teardrop tattoo.
the teardrop tattoo kills me. It's fucking brilliant. I don't know who came up with this.
Dude, that was like the cherry on
I wanna-
top.
I wanna
Yeah.
shake their
Perfect.
I want to shake their hand. Like, it's fucking fantastic.
I wouldn't
Like-
be surprised if Frias just said, "Here,
And-
come here."
And you
would
want to
just
hear
threw it.
some real funny stuff. The next day that Dom cuts his promo about being on the inside, they released a trailer for a movie on Netflix that features Rey Mysterio as a wrestler dad who was incarcerated.
Oh man,
and I'm just
talk about
Mwah.
great marketing, man.
chef's kiss,
I want
Oh.
to watch that now.
chef's
no.
kiss, man.
Dude, that's just as good as when Nick Gage was on AEW, and then the next commercial was Domino's
pizza.
or Papa John's, one of the two. I'm like, oh, this is fantastic.
I think it was Domino's, and they were
Yeah.
not happy.
I was like, man, this is great marketing.
Oh no! Wait, I need to find this. Is that a WWE film that they're doing?
Let me look it up. It's
All right.
Netflix. But yeah, I watched the trailer. Actually looks fucking cute.
yeah.
Like, it really does. It's about like a girl wrestler who wears a lucha mask and shit. Like,
Aw.
yeah. I gotta find it. I saw.
There was a short film like that, not with the incarcerated part, but there was somebody locally that did a short film several years ago, and they had a fun bit at the end. It was like 10 minutes or something. I can't remember the name of it, or I share it again. I know I did when it came out.
God damn, Elon Musk! You made this search engine so shitty now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And all the NFT bros are getting at me every time I mention our AI tool. So
I'm just gonna look on the internet.
I put Rey Mysterio on Netflix, and that is not the movie that comes up. So, whatever. Anyways, it's not important to this, but anyways, you know what is important? Check out IndyWrestling.us.
Against the ropes.
Against the ropes.
The ropes.
Against the ropes. I'll look.
Oh, it's a series. That's why.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a lucha series
Sold.
featuring Rey Mysterio.
Sold. You said the two magic words there.
Yes.
I'm invested.
I still can't find it on YouTube.
Hold on, I'm gonna post the link.
all right,
in the
post that
chat.
link
now
in there so everybody
now
can
that I
check
know
that
what
out.
it's called.
IndyWrestling.us, IndyWrestling.network. Like I said, a lot of stuff. This show is now streaming over there. We are ramping up our streaming offerings over at the network. You can go over there and see this show right now. You can also, for free, and also our friends at Top Rope Tabletop, with a new friend, Mikey Montgomery from the Bitcoin Boys, actually joined the crew this week as well. And I think he's going to be an ongoing, if I'm not mistaken. That's, of course, Tyler Klein. Keith Hott is your DM, as well as Tatiana, Tony Kincaid, voice of RWA and 2PW. And I know I'm missing somebody there. Justin Idol, how could I forget? Holy shit, one of our first interviews here on this show. But no, always a good time. Go back and check that out if you're down with the D&D. It's a lot of fun.
I made an appearance once.
You made an appearance on one of them too. Yeah. You got to hang with the wrestlers on that one. You did really well. You did a lot better than your RJ Castle or RJ Castle. What the fuck?
RJ Castle.
I just
absolutely.
upgraded his ass.
It was
Absolutely.
I mean, it was both.
He's
but
from
yeah.
Toronto. There's a castle up there. Okay. Slash X Mansion. But no, go check out all that kind of stuff. And we got, and I guess we'll say it right now since we're going to start talking about that show that's coming up at the end of the month. One of the first wrestling shows that will be streaming on the network to subscribers will be 2PW's WW3 Walter White 3 Memorial Show coming up here, featuring one Philip Archer on that. Satan Survivor. I'm
Absolutely.
going to say it so many times I'm saying it in my sleep. And my wife will be like, why are you saying Satan Survivor? Are you possessed again?
I'm just in your dreams.
Yeah, that's right. Nope. Not that. Nope. Phil, you got to... First of all, we already talked about the fringe benefits of the combination earlier. You're a newer actually addition to it.
Yes.
Not counting Freak.
Yes.
I don't know how you got in.
It was just a good pairing. Like,
who left the door open? I just
it was either me or Remy.
Okay,
I mean, I'll take the blame. He just
Okay.
kind of weaseled his way in.
How is he interacting with the group? I mean, this is a group that started with the Cogers, Atticus, and them back in the day. You guys are still. He's got something going on in Ohio now. So,
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a lot of that like Circle 6 stuff.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, familiar with that. Yeah.
but yeah, no, like Freak's a really good addition to the combination. Definitely gives us another outlet of things.
Adds a little color to
yeah.
the palette.
Yeah, definitely a little colorful.
Yes. Excellent. So you do have a 4-way match up here at the Walter White Memorial. This is, last year was the first one, and that's where they crowned the first ever Anarchy champion. Of course,
Yes.
I know that was a belt that Walt was very involved. Was very a part of 2PW and some of the behind the scenes and helping out with the promotion and keeping it going. So that was a really cool memorial that I do enjoy. That the memorial was just in violence, but but I feel like
Walt wouldn't want it any other way, though. I mean,
and he's not somebody that I talk to a lot, but from talking to everybody, it's a lot of like, this is the way Walt would have wanted it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, he was all into the violence and the hardcore style wrestling. But I mean, a lot of people don't realize, like, if Walt didn't do a lot of the stuff that he did, like nothing against Marshall or Papa Judo, but like he was a big backbone to everybody.
He's
at
one of the team.
2PW.
He was one of the team.
Oh,
from the sounds of it.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
So I mean, that's great to see, and I'm glad to see that's becoming a yearly event for them. And this year they're doing something a little different. So they say you're in a 4-way match. So there's going to be another tournament, but it's not for the Anarchy belt. You guys are doing something differently this year.
Yeah, they're switching it up a little bit this year for it. I mean, I'm excited to see how it's going to be. Go from there as far as how everything actually plays out.
So it's a couple of 4-ways that's going to lead to a final match, and this is actually for the Walter White Memorial Cup.
Yes.
Right. So you're going to have. So we know what happens with trophies in pro wrestling. So what do you? Let's say you win the big one here. You become the. I don't know if a title shot comes with this or anything. I'm not aware of this. I don't know.
Not
if this
that
is
I know of,
for-
at least.
Okay. I mean that still puts you in some kind of contention.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think if you would win
for-
the cup, you should be like that #1 contender.
At least an Anarchy.
hypothetically.
At least an Anarchy.
Well, yeah.
championship. Like I think, like you got. I don't know. You gonna gun for Don Murphy after this one in the belt? Or no, I'm sorry.
I was
Xander
gonna say
has
Xander has it.
I forget. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I forgot
Xander has
Xander
it.
got it the last show.
Yep.
So I mean, there you go. I mean, you gunning for Xander if you win this trophy.
If he's still the champion at that point, absolutely.
There you go. Xander Gabriel, of course, who recently turned on some. There's another. Are you guys the only functional faction now? Because the Hossmen have fallen apart. The last bit was Xander and Stevie LaBelle.
I mean, the only other two factions that I can think of are the Brotherhood, and then you have the Apex, and I don't like either one of them. So,
and that's about it. I think,
it is what it is.
So, yeah, Brotherhood seems to be growing a little bit too. They got somebody coming out with him. I'm still keeping up with all the new faces happening over there.
A lot of new faces constantly.
So you did something cool for a friend of ours that I need to bring up. Because I know the Culmination are all dark and evil and scary, but you did do something for our friend Katie.
I do got a heart at sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And
so tell us how that what'd you guys do and how did that come about?
So I mean, it was something that I actually got from TME that they used to do a while ago, and I think they still do it. I was just thinking about one day and watching a Steeler game, and I was like, man, terrible towels. That's when the Cree brothers came out with their towels. And I was like, we'll do an Archer towel, like Archer's Army type deal. So we did a first round of towels, and Robin, the photographer for 2PW, actually made them. And we were just thinking, and it was just one of those days where like I just wanted to give back to people, and Dudders has always been real good to me. So what we did was we just did a pink towel, and all proceeds went to Dudders. So it's something that I plan on starting to do throughout the year. Just do special runs of certain towels for either cancer awareness, mental illnesses, anything going around the world that I can give back to.
That's awesome.
And spread awareness to.
And I understand. I don't think she even knew about it until she showed up at that show.
Yeah,
so.
she had no clue. And then as soon as I told her, like, she started crying and everything. So, I mean, it was just.
Yeah, she's a crier.
Well, it was just nice to, like, give back. And like I said, all that Dudders does for everybody,
Absolutely.
like, it's the least that I could do.
Absolutely. Of course, she's also the 2PW Kicking Cancer's Ass champion.
Absolutely.
A lot of we make sure when we go on business trips, like, you're bringing the belt, right? Like, we're going to the beach with the belt, right? Like,
absolutely. You got to bring it everywhere.
So in the mountain in Tucson, and I think she brought it with her. I think she brought it with her for the hike on Mount Zion in Utah. So the belt's getting around a lot. So that's really awesome. So tell me, so you guys are running through 2PW right now. I know the Culmination's around a good bit and has a lot of history to it. Tell me a little bit about like what was it like for you kind of joining a pretty established group like that?
I mean, it was definitely,
especially transitioning from the Hossman. What a sea change.
Yeah. It was one of those.
What a vibe change. Did the Hossman have fucking benefits?
No, not at all.
Just a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, a lot of alcohol.
Just a lot of bar tabs.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like, thankfully, I didn't have to pay for any of them, so like I was good in that part. But as you seen what went down, I didn't like Judo, I didn't like Jamie, and I still don't like Tyler. So I mean, it is what it is.
That explains why Tyler's not around anymore. He got stuck with the tab. Okay.
Well, he got stuck with the tab, and last time I checked, I mean, I think I wrapped barbed wire around his throat, so I don't know.
Oh yeah,
how he's
that's
doing
right.
There.
Oh yeah. You tied him to the entrance structure.
Absolutely.
With barbed wire around his neck.
Yes, I did.
How Terry Funk of you.
That's where I got it from.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching old FMW matches, and I was like, bingo. There it is. But no, going back to your question as far as the joining the Culmination, it was definitely something along those things where, like, I've been traveling with Glory for years. So it was just kind of natural. Especially for the time and where the group was going. Definitely puts a lot of pressure, being like the heavy hitter of the group. Especially since like Otis isn't there anymore. I mean, I got to pick up his slack now just because there's no heavy hitters there.
I forgot, by the way, I got to see Otis in action several months ago. I forgot how scary that dude is when he gets going.
Oh yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely one match on the bucket list that needs to happen now.
Yeah,
yep, me and Otis.
We need some old Culmination versus new Culmination
Absolutely.
action. All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Put that into the world. Bookers and promoters
Absolutely.
of the area.
Hey, Atticus, I know you got some pull at Circle 6. Make the shit happen.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, no, like, it was just one of those things where it was the first time in a long time that I felt comfortable in an actual faction. Like everything that I do out there, everything now, like it's just me. Like no fronts, no nothing like that.
Nice. Excellent. So, excellent. So that's going to be later this month. Let me get that date real quick. It's the day before Rumble.
It is the 27th.
27th. Thank
Yep,
you.
it's a Friday show.
Good. You're coming with the plug information.
Absolutely.
What's your match? You're in that first round 4-way. Who are your opponents?
Yes. So it is me versus Judo, Xander Gabriel, and Corey Futuristic.
Mm-hmm. Who's the worried one out there? Who are you worried about the most? Who are you gunning for even?
Corey.
Yeah, probably Corey. I mean, he's just one of those things where you can't get rid of. Like no matter what you do, he's just always there, no matter what.
That's because he knows you're coming. You
Yeah,
shouldn't have mentioned it.
yeah,
You should have just thought it.
absolutely. Xander. I mean, I'm not worried about Xander. I mean, he has a win over me that was an absolute fluke, and a lot of people don't know. Like, I helped bring him up when he was training with LaRusso and Palace. So I mean, that I know all his tricks, and he doesn't know all mine.
Mm-hmm.
And Judo got lucky the last time we were in the ring. I mean, worst comes to worst, that kendo stick's always in the back pocket.
A little bit of that history there, of course, with the Hossman. I'm sure you got some bar nights to repay.
Oh, 100%.
There you go. Well, it'll be interesting. It'll be violent. It'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to it. It's always a good vibe at 2PW for the shows, and always something unexpected because we don't know what you fucking lunatics are going to do.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, you got a little bit of that. I mean, this is the place where we've had, of course, the pasta death matches. We've had the Lego death match that ended up with a firearm somehow, and the Lego death made out of Legos. By the way, I got tagged for that on YouTube for content. Thanks for that, 2PW. I was like, oh, I'm like, oh, you didn't mark this right. I'm like, I didn't realize they made a gun out of Legos in this match. Thank you. But
I mean, it had chest flexor in it, so I mean, it really doesn't shock me that he made it.
I know. I really should just.
I mean, at least it didn't shoot Legos. Then it would have really been bad.
Definitely not for children. YouTube. I know. But anyways, jeez. A lot of fun there. Again, if you're in the Pittsburgh area, it's out Worthington, straight out 28. There's a lot of sheets on the way. You're going to be well taken care of out there, and it's a lot of fun out there. Really cool, really good vibe out there. So ticket information at prospectprowrestling.com. Again, we will carry that on our streaming flyers, or you can check it out afterwards on IndyWrestling.us on all the ways that we carry wrestling. So, Phil Archer, where are you on social media?
I am on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
There you go. And what are we looking for? What's your handle?
Oh, it is Survivor_Archer.
They don't have a publicity class in the culmination, do they?
No.
Okay.
No.
Anyways, so no, looking forward to that, and we'll see you guys there. I will be there. I will be at Prospect Pro Wrestling that weekend. I actually want to see a lot of stuff this weekend. I'm going to be at Rise this weekend as well. I've never been to the new venue for Rise.
Neither have I.
New venue. It's been well over a year, but I've never been to the Uniontown Mall venue for Rise Wrestling. I've only been to Baldwin most recently. Last time Lee was there, so.
Oh man, I think the last time I was there was when Max was doing the Stomp Out Cancer shows.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time I was there when they were running in the old VOW place.
Oh yeah, at the theater in Lamont Furnace.
Yep.
I was watching. I think the first or second Stomp Out popped up on the YouTube feed we do, the Twitch and YouTube feed we do.
Okay.
And I was reminiscing a little bit the other day. So I was like, and also like it was like a lot. I think there was the one where they had the gauntlet match that lasted 45 minutes as the pre-show. And I was like, oh my god. But no, a lot of good stuff there, and that's going to be interesting. Lee Moriarty and Brian Pillman are going to be on that show.
Yes.
I declared the sleeper hit of that show is going to be Ron Mathis and Iceman Tony Johnson.
Oh, 100%.
I think that's going to be. Nobody's talking about that match, but I saw that on the lineup, and I'm like, that's the one to watch.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what Mathis. Talk about unpredictable. Now, I've never seen Ron light anything on fire, but
You never
still,
know.
you
never know.
I don't
You
think it's
never know.
outside of. I don't think it's outside of his deal. But anyways, so no, go check out all that stuff out. PittsburghWrestling.com if you want to know about what's going on in the area. We have resurrected that. So if you want to see some good wrestling in the greater Pittsburgh area, everything is, let's say, within an hour of downtown. Is what we're considering Pittsburgh wrestling right now, because that's what everybody else apparently does. So go check that out. There is wrestling the next 3 weekends. Solid.
Yes.
You have choices this weekend even. And even some people doing other wrestling adjacent stuff this Thursday night. So with some people outside of our network. So PittsburghWrestling.com. We're going to try to keep you up with that and the news. If there's any article of pro wrestling and people pro wrestling in Pittsburgh, yeah, God, there's too many P's. Hit me up, email me, message me at Sorgatron on Twitter, because we like to keep a running look of, because I want to see pro wrestling in the mainstream media, because I think that's important, because that every time that happens, new fans find wrestling in
100%.
this town, and that is the
100%.
most important thing. So anything that grows the audience here and gives everybody an opportunity, because they don't think a lot of people know what's happening here. I think there's people who watch WWE every freaking week and don't even know or understand even if they've heard of it. So let's get more people to shows and find more opportunities to do that. And also, let's get an opportunity to check out our friends at SliceOnBroadway.com, right up the street, New York City style. Yins are made, Beachview, Carnegie, East End, and the North Hills. They've been supporting us for a good long time. I like hanging out with them. Also, I want to give a shout out to my friend. I got to visit here tonight. I haven't caught up with Joyce down there at Sparkle Dragon's Magical Emporium. They are not officially a sponsor. It's just a friend. They're friendly down there, and it smells nice. She sells incense.
Okay.
So, but no, it's if you're picking up the pizza, stop by Sparkle Dragon here in the evenings and get your magic on. I don't know. What do you say? I don't know. What's a snappy way to say something about, witchy stuff? Get witchy with it. I don't know.
There it is.
There you
Get
go.
witchy with it. Yep.
All right, now I got to
There it
talk to
is.
her about sponsorship.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyways, they're
100%.
slice adjacent, so we're going to throw that in there too. All right, it is time. I think it's the first one up there. Yeah, the first video you're going to see if you're joining us live is the big announcement, and then we're going to talk about it a little bit here briefly after the break. We'll be right back after this.
Jamie Jamison has been saving this, pretty much this, I don't want to say ass whooping right now, but I mean right now it just is an ass whooping. I don't care, Tony. The simple fact is this: Preston Everest, your buddy, has brought this on himself. Bottom line.
I mean, I think he's been trying to fight the biggest dog in the yard, so to speak. Preston Everest once said, "Big shotgun."
Boom. My God! And now he goes with those big size 14s. Wrecking ball. This could be it. I mean, we could be seeing right here. I mean, the bell is rung. This match is suplex. The Country Hammer covers him. 1, 2. Oh.
Kick out at 1.
I mean, Preston Everest, it's going to take a lot more than that to defeat the Peak Performer. That's why they call him the Peak Performer. But right now, if anything's peaking, it's the glowing red chest from when Jamie Jameson has just chopped the living hell out of this man. Oh, now pulling him back in this ring. He wants some more. And
Smart maneuver right there by Preston.
something popped. He can't even move that arm. And no! Jamie's favoring that arm. I mean, did you just watch the socket pop over that top rope? I mean, he yanked that shoulder out of place. He might have.
And that's exactly what Preston has to do. He has to target something and beat the hell out of it.
He's
Targeting that right arm.
I mean, we're seeing it firsthand here, folks. I mean, that leg drop right across that injured shoulder. And you can see there's some numbness in his hand. You can see him
Trying to shake it out, yeah.
trying to get something here. Oh, big punch. I mean, that was a loose punch. That's not that was a big one. And now Everest
But
with the
they're not
punch.
as effective. You can tell he's suffering from a stinger of sorts. Now stretching that out, trying to do a standing arm bar, so to speak. Kicked his leg out. Now it's fully stretched out. It's not fully stretched out yet. Look, he's trying to pull it out though.
Oh, but he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job targeting. I mean, he is just going to town right now. My goodness.
Wrestling Mayhem show, and of course the big announcement, the biggest news of the evening. Mayhem Mania is coming back, guys, January 31st.
Oh yeah!
Absolutely.
Can we preemptively put somebody in space jail and
He is
jail.
in space jail.
What?
under space jail? Like not even in space jail.
Bury them in space jail?
Just bury his old ass in space
Dude,
jail.
I just want to put a couple people in space jail, to be perfectly
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. I mean, that
Yeah.
feels safe. Well, first of all, the announcements aren't done. Because I've been in super secret, double secret. It's not even on the Slack talks.
What?
We don't even know what you're.
You don't even know.
We don't even
No,
know.
we don't even know.
There is going to be a new host and judge of Mayhem Mania.
What? Okay.
This person, I do not believe, has ever partaken. I could be wrong, but I do not believe they have ever partaken in the entire history of Mayhem Mania.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
And we're going to bring them in to be judge, jury, and decision maker.
Oh god.
An independent party
Okay.
that will preside over this.
The rules are about to change.
Something like that. We will announce that person, I think the week before. And we did book, I will put this tentatively out there, we did book on the line. We are scheduled to have Chris LaRusso the first week of Mayhem Mania.
Oh,
So it's not LaRusso because he has already picked before.
Yep.
and we booked him
So-
4 picks the first week, so there's that.
Damn.
He's not Chris LaRusso.
Damn. I'm trying to think. Sorg, it's not Jacob Edwin, is
It's not Jacob Edwin
No,
either.
'cause
it?
I thought Edwin.
I wouldn't do
I
that.
swear to
Edwin
God,
did
I'm
make a
already
pick.
having a bad enough day.
We gotta get him
that
in for
just-
one of the picks, though. Yeah.
No, that's fine. That's fine. He doesn't have to be a teacher and make a pick. Shit.
Now, Phil Archer. Obviously, we are not officially in Mayhem Mania, and I
Ooh,
apologize for that. But ideally, and you know Mayhem Mania, right? You've played this before.
Yeah, and you can sway all of us with this
Yes.
because now
So,
our wheels are turning.
I just want to hypothetically, a hypothetical situation here. If tonight were a night of Mayhem Mania and you had to make a match, what is your dream match in all of WWE? None of the special weird rules that ended up with the Ghost of Andre the Giant in a match a few years ago, but just in the greater world of WWE product for WrestleMania, what would be your dream match for Mayhem Mania you would pick, hypothetically?
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot, Sorg.
Yes, I am. That's what we do on this show.
I mean, it's gonna happen sooner or later, but all the stuff with Sami Zayn going on, absolutely love it. I would love to see the turn where it's Sammy versus Roman.
Oh, you can get more creative than that. Come on. And any match, as long as you're not in AEW, dream match.
NXT people, the SmackDown people, the WWE people, the Raw people,
Legends. You want to see Gunther chop the shit out of Ric Flair and kill him in the ring like he wants?
Oh yeah, just give him a major heart attack, one chop, just drop dead.
That's right.
God.
That's right. You want to see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat against Ricochet?
Absolutely. Yes. There's the match right there.
Sure.
I'm putting it in the books. Absolutely. There it is.
Hypothetically.
Hypothetically.
Honestly, it'd be a banger.
Hypothetically.
It'd be a banger.
It would be a banger. It would be a banger. So you know what?
You want to see the Banger Bros versus the Bollywood Boys?
They're technically
Why not?
independent, so yeah, I guess that would count. By the way, great to see Bollywood Boys on Elevation and on Being the Elite this week. So I think they were potentially inducted into the Dark Order somehow. There was a lot of dancing and discussion. I don't know. I can't. I didn't finish. I don't think I finished the episode, so I don't know.
As
how
I
that
said,
turned
there's
out.
so much going on with that after Brody Lee. Like, it's all confusing.
Well, they're in a rebuilding phase.
Yeah.
They're getting back to recruiting and everything and trying to figure things out. They've been working out, humping a lot of things. I don't know. It was weird.
Well, I mean, I will say, like, the storyline with Preston Vance, I'm all for it.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
for it. Yep.
I think it's cool. I think I love his new presentation. I think he's with the right group.
Oh, 100%. Especially,
I
I mean, as long as, well, I don't know if he signed or not, but Dragalistico?
Yeah, he's been on a couple things, hasn't he?
Yeah, like he's phenomenal. Roosh has always been a phenomenal worker, and I think those two guys especially will help elevate Preston a little bit more. Just because like in the Dark Order, like he was a good wrestler, but he didn't do a lot of stuff. Like he
They
was
weren't
just
in a
a main
position to
heavy
do
guy.
much. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna be able to like put him to the next level as far as what he can actually do.
Absolutely. These are questions for
boy.
our judge that are already being asked of this.
Oh no.
Can Jay White be used in Mayhem Mania now? Supposedly. Now, he's supposed to have a Loser Leaves Japan match with Hikulea at the end of the month.
I did see that.
At New Beginning. Dude, Japan's fucking... San Jose is already sold out. I don't think
Dude.
they've announced half the matches. It's basically on Kairi Sane. We didn't get to talk about that. Sasha Banks and Mercedes
Moné.
Mercedes Moné. I don't know what to talk like this. What's fucking happening? There's a big reveal at New Japan. Maybe there was a problem
for
with
her.
it, but still good for her.
Good for
I
her.
have loved all of the pictures of her hanging out. They recreated a picture of her with Bayley and FTR from like I don't know, another tour or something in WWE maybe.
No, it was from a takeover.
Was it from a takeover? Okay.
Yeah, it might have even been like Takeover Brooklyn or something like that, or maybe when Bayley made her main roster debut. I don't know.
So you have her against Kairi Sane in San Jose. Kenny Omega, obviously the new U.S. champion, and it looks like they're setting up Kenny and Jeff Cobb.
Yep. Which
You got me.
I think will be a banger.
Oh yeah.
But I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah.
will say though, I for sure thought they were going to put Will over Kenny though.
Will's falling apart. United Kingdom's doing a thing. Great O'Con, I think, still wants to fight
Is
for
the
the
United
KO.
Kingdom having a Brexit sort?
They're having a little bit of a Brexit, yeah. TJP and that other guy are still tag champs with the United Kingdom. So United Empire. I'm sorry.
Yeah, United Empire.
Excuse me. Lack of sleep. Need more coffee. But yeah, so Jay White's going to be in that. Like really coming out of Wrestle Kingdom, New Year's Dash was a freaking banger. If you don't know the concept of New Year's Dash, and we got a little. Where's that paper? I'll put it in the back. We got a little view of this because when we worked. When they say, like, if you listen to Kevin Kelly, he's like, I got 3x5 no cars, and I'm writing down people as they come out, and they're surprised. And this is because we did a similar show. I was present for a similar show in Times Square when they did the night before. I think it was actually just called the Night Before Rumble on 43rd Street, and it was a mystery show, and that's the one that ended up with the giant like 6-on-7 Bullet Club teaming, like Survivor Series match with Bullet Club.
I do remember that one.
Bullet
Yeah.
Club and Filthy Team Filthy were teaming together, and it had like Okada and Moxley and Kingston and Shooter and God knows who else on one team. It was the most ridiculous match I've ever seen on paper. And literally on paper, like you get the layout of what the matches are, and they're all question marks.
Oh, so it's like legit.
The only people that know potentially are the graphics people and the music, like the sound guy. And even like
man.
sometimes that gets screwed up, right?
Yeah.
So like literally like they're having their production meeting, they hand out the paper and they're laughing as they hand it out, and they're like, "Yeah, this is how we run New Year's Dash too." Like it was like here's a rundown, snicker, and we're just like, "What? Are you serious right now?" So
Well, I mean, at least you're getting like that genuine,
Oh,
like
yeah.
surprised reaction from the commentators and everybody.
it's fantastic. It's a beautiful thing, you know. And the New Year's Dash this year, obviously. You know, as a lot of people saying, like, this is the first year it felt like your Wrestle Kingdom, because I mean, Japan's still like coming out of COVID. You know, they're going to take things way more seriously than we are here because they've done this rodeo before.
Oh yeah.
And they're like they finally had like even to the point they were allowed to cheer at the Tokyo Dome. They weren't allowed to cheer the next night at New Year's Dash because it was a municipal building, and so and we had the same issue here. Because we went and did shows when everything else was loosened up. We would go to like a municipal building up in Boston to do a boxing show, and they're like, "You got like they're like ladies like yelling at people to wear masks, and they're laughing at her, you know, and because it's a government building, and they still have their rules, right? That happen to be running.
Okay.
So it's like it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right. I just a little side.
Mhm.
I went to Disney, wore
Mhm.
a mask the whole time.
Yes,
Came back totally fine.
good.
Wife went to work this week, got COVID. Wear
Well-
masks. It helps.
Yes, that's right.
I was at Disney World
Mm-hmm.
for New Year's,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I was indoors, I just wore this little bad boy.
Oh, very patriotic. It's a
Exactly.
Captain America flag mask. If you guys are on audio,
Exactly. Yeah, it's Captain America. I had several masks, you know, very on brand for Disney.
accessorize.
They fucking help.
No, it helps.
They fucking help. Don't be a dingus.
I still the one place I will still wear one. I think I'm still on that line. I think I'm going to still wear one on a plane because it's just too many people.
I wore a KN95.
That's not even,
on a plane.
dude. That's not even for COVID. That's just for general.
That's for life.
That's for life. That's
that's for
I
life.
don't want to be in this fart tube.
For life.
You just plain mask for life.
Until we get that thing that they shoot you with in Glass Onion.
Thank
You
you.
know.
I just watched
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yes, I just watched that this weekend. So
Dude,
you
that is such a good
spoiled me.
movie, though.
All right, don't say anything else other than Batista is fantastic.
Oh, he's hysterical.
He is I was watching. There's a making of. There's a half an hour making of on YouTube.
Yeah.
I was
I
watching
saw
for
it.
the
It's
show
good.
today. So
It's good stuff.
fantastic. Not like the first one. Very not like the first one.
I don't think I ever watched the first one.
Oh, you gotta see the first one.
You're not missing anything other than that guy, right?
Okay, that's what I thought.
They're
Yeah.
more mysterious in presenting Daniel Craig's character in the first one, but like in the first bit of it. But
Yeah.
you know the deal. You know, it's just like how what Orient Express and
I want. All right, Ryan Johnson. I know you're a fan of the show. I know you're listening. I know you're looking.
not to be confused with Brian Johnson from Ring of Honor.
No, or Brian Johnson from the Kevin Smith universe.
Thank you. That's the other place I was thinking.
Yeah, Ryan Johnson. I know you're a fan of the show. I know you listen. I know you've turned down the idea to do the Muppets Knives Out movie because you respect the Muppets, and I respect you for that.
What?
No, that's a real thing.
Okay.
That's a real thing. Someone proposed to him to do Benoit Blanc, a Benoit Blanc movie with the Muppets, and he said that is a fantastic idea, but it would either be a Muppets movie or a Knives Out movie. It can't be both. So
Who's
And I
the
understand-
guest? Who's the
I
real
understand-
guest?
I
Oh, you
understand
know
that,
who.
and I respect that.
It's Michael
But
Caine, but go ahead.
but here's what you can do, because they're real actors. Can Benoit Blanc team up with the Scooby-Doo gang?
Bingo.
Question.
I like where you're going with
Question.
I
Sidebar.
mean, Freddie Prinze Jr. He's available.
Okay.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, she's available. Linda Cardellini, she is available as far as I know.
Or
And-
can you use New Velma?
No,
No?
Sorg.
this. No, you have to have old school.
You gotta
cast.
keep the canon.
You gotta
okay.
keep the old
Ryan
school
Johnson
You gotta
cast.
keep the
and
canon.
James
Nothing
Gunn.
against New Velma.
Yeah, nothing
Ryan
against, but you gotta
Johnson
keep the
and
old
James
school.
Gunn are friends. This should happen. And I can't think of the dude who plays Shaggy.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard, thank you.
Also,
He's definitely available because I don't think he's in the new Scream in New York City. But he might be. Who knows?
Very true.
he didn't die in the first one?
Well, there's a rumor that he didn't.
Oh, God. I still need to catch up. I need to watch the... Oh, shit, that's what I need to watch before I cancel my Showtime is the latest Scream movie. I finally watched
It was
4.
good.
I finally watched...
It was good. It was
I
good.
watched 4 last month, and that was so amazingly stupid.
Yeah.
It was amazingly
Yeah.
stupid. I loved it
But
so much.
I will say the
yeah,
new
I-
one's definitely better than the.
I forgot how
4.
much I love Scream for how... And I'm not a slasher movie fan, but, you know, it was so... I mean, but it was self-referential when movies didn't do that,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
So, you know.
Sorg. This one gets even more self-referential.
Oh, I
Oh,
can't,
yeah.
can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
Can't
Oh yeah,
wait.
and so Sorg, this is a brief aside. We would have done this in the Patreon, but fuck it, we'll do it now. Sorg, what did you think of Hayden Panettiere in Scream 4 as Kirby?
Oh yeah, no, that was nice. That was good. That
Well,
was like-
guess what, Sorg?
what?
She's a coming back.
Ooh.
Yep.
He isn't dead.
Oh shit. Thanks.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, don't look at the movie poster for the new Scream until you've seen the 5th one.
Okay, well, I'm going on to my Hulu right now, and I'm putting because that's where I added the Showtime because it's like 99 cents for 2 months, and
Yeah.
we're going to add that to it. Also, if you do sign up for that, Everything Everywhere All at Once is phenomenal. I've watched it twice
Wild
now.
movie.
Loved it. Got Missy to watch it. Jamie Lee Curtis
I
is
saw
fantastic.
that in a.
I'll
I
have to
saw that
check
in a
that one
double
out.
feature with Doctor Strange.
That makes sense. I watched it on the plane.
Oh boy.
So that was wild on my phone because I think I don't even know what I don't even know where what I was on. But nope, let's not log out. Okay, we're at that later. Anyways, we do need to mention in case this comes out tomorrow and they're like, "You idiots, you missed the biggest news." Which was Mayhem Mania, January 31st. See you guys
Yeah,
there.
absolutely.
Patreon gets special privileges.
Is why
That's
you're
at
gonna
4
read-
hours of sleep, Sorg.
Privileges.
which is why you're going to read the entire list next week.
Yes, we will refresh the list because we need to be on top of that. Because I think I want to add something to Patreon. I don't know what it is yet. I want to add a little something for you guys for this. Anyways,
Yeah, this
we're
is
rebooting. If you couldn't tell by the graphic on there, and if you're on audio, the graphic's over on Twitter right now. So, because I've learned how to time things. But anyways, so the news. Now this is. I want to take this with a grain of salt until we see some kind of press release. Again, like I said, until I see something on CNBC, I feel like you can only take so much out of this. Especially the source is kind of weird, but both Fightful and Wrestle Inc. are reporting, supposedly, maybe, and the chat room is screaming at me about this. Supposedly, WWE is already being purchased by the Saudi investment fund. That would be the same group, I believe, that puts on and pays for the Crown Jewel events.
Yep, they're the same group that does that. They're the same group that does the LIV golf tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is officially my Disney stuff went out the window. So there you go. So we'll see what that is. We'll see what that actually is. Probably by the time you listen to this on Wednesday or so, you'll probably know more information. But I want to make sure nobody thought we were avoiding that for any reason. So so there's that. So interesting 2023 already.
Oh, absolutely.
Remember when we were doing the end of the year predictions and stuff, where we're like, "Hey, do you remember when this happened at the beginning of the year that we all forgot about because how fucking wild this is?" This is how we're starting.
We're
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna-
This is how we're starting.
we're not going to forget this.
I don't think we're gonna forget this
No.
because I think we'll be reminded very regularly about it. Either way, like for whatever, even if the second part is not yet true, it's possible. So, but anyways, no, that's not gonna work. Hold on, I'm searching WWE on. Guys, what'd you learn from wrestling this week? I learned once a year, it is well worthwhile to stay up all night and watch some Japanese wrestling.
100%.
100%. Omega Ospreay fucking delivered beyond imagination.
Even if you're not a wrestling fan, go watch it. I bet
Story.
you'll turn into a wrestling fan.
Just story alone. Holy shit.
Well, I was gonna say, like, the press conferences that they did building up to it. Oh man,
When Ospreay told him about all the shit he went through
Yes.
to do New Japan
I was
during
like,
COVID. Oh.
damn, dude, you just poured your whole heart and soul out. I was like, this got to be a banger of a match.
Mayor, what you think about Ospreay for the allegations and such performing? He delivers and he earns it on that level.
Absolutely.
So and it's fucking magic what they pulled during that match. Even the part where there's a hole in the table and he does a "Here's Johnny" with Kenny there. That's fucking fun. And I feel bad for like Jay White and Okada. Not a bad match. Fantastic match, but fuck to follow that up.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's one that you just can't follow that up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, great stuff there. Wish the women got a little more time, but that's the story. Also, I mean, I feel like we're going to be hard on New Japan for the women's wrestling for the foreseeable future, but also it's kind of a company still trying to catch up when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think there's a terrible, I don't want to say respect, but there's not a history of women's wrestling. There's not a lot of women working with the company. There's not, there just isn't, and that's just.
Well, it's also a cultural thing over there.
It's a very cultural thing. I think everything is fairly separated. I mean, the Wrestle Universe is something we subscribe to here on the show to try to keep up on some things in Japan. And notice the Tokyo Joshi stuff is not intermingled with DDT and Noah for the most part. I mean, it's like you've seen Kenny Omega wrestle a child or something over there. But then it's not a regular thing there. It just isn't there. And that's not that's just where Japan is. Everybody's at different states of this. So
But Tony Khan has no excuse.
No, Tony Khan
Damn,
is
shots
not-
fired.
Yeah, no, this is.
Oh no, I have to say it once a show at least.
Yep. Yes, he does.
Although I'll say this for Rampage and Battle of the Belts, 2 hours, 2 women's shows, 2 women's matches.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, they were separate shows, so
Yeah, it's a weird thing they're doing over there.
I don't
it's-
like that. Like, just do Battle of the Belts, a 2-hour thing for one.
It screams to me. It screams to me contractual obligation. For some reason, I
They
think.
called it Rampage, Battle of the Belts.
Mm,
I was gonna say, did they call it Rampage or was
No,
it was Battle of the Belts? Like a separate...
Rampage.
mm-hmm.
There's Rampage, and then there's Battle of the Belts, which sucks because my DVR didn't record Battle of the Belts because it's not called fucking Rampage.
Yeah, you gotta
okay.
go get the Battle of Belts on the DVR by itself.
Well,
I
I
think.
was busy
Yeah.
on Friday. Sorg.
And they do sneak up on you too. So
because there's no set schedule for them. It's like the Clash of the Champions. You don't know when you're gonna get it.
Oh yeah, the Battle of the Belts are so just out of the blue.
and it's kind of like, I mean, that was the idea. Like this is their Clash of the Champions. I get that.
Yeah.
So
And was every battle for a belt? I don't remember.
this time, yes. This time
Okay, good.
on that part of the show, yes.
Good.
Because that was the TBS, the tag, and the
women's.
Atlantic.
Mid-Atlantic.
TBS.
with,
TBS was
Oh
those,
yeah.
with Orange and one of the best friends, right?
When
Trent.
no, that was Orange and
Oh, no,
Kip
that-
Sabian.
Yeah, Orange and Kip.
Kip.
Which
Orange
also,
and Kip,
holy
okay.
shit, that match.
That was a good
That
one.
was a fucking.
That
match.
was a good
It
one.
was no Omega and Ospreay, but that was a fucking good match.
Oh yeah.
If you weren't sold on Kip Sabian, there's a point where he's just laying in the corner singing "Zombie" by the Cranberries for some reason.
Well, once you start singing that, it gets in your head.
It really does.
In
It
your
gets
head.
in your head. Yeah.
Yeah. I think. There you go. He's just fucked up
We've
the
seen
front
that
row.
happen at Enjoy. Sort of.
Wait, what are you talking about? What happened?
When Coup and Violence is Forever, I believe, came out.
Yeah, what
Can't
they
see the.
Oh, they came out the zombie, didn't they?
Yeah, was that Violence is Forever?
Oh,
Or was that
yeah,
the
I
other
think it
one?
probably was Violence Forever. They don't do that everywhere because I've seen them in
No.
other places where we haven't done that. Jeez. Anywho, Riz, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
So, besides all the shit that's happened, I can clearly say I have found my new favorite tag team. So War Horse of him being.
Oh, wait, we'll start over again. You were breaking up.
Oh, sorry. Better now.
I think so.
All right, good. So, Warhorse came out with a video, and he met the one, the only, the legendary, the hot, the spicy Curry Man. And I need to see this tag team.
Oh, absolutely.
Like that, like I just saw that again just a little bit ago to brighten my spirits a little bit, and it still worked. They had the same,
Yeah, because he's been doing the Slim Jim color gear lately, hasn't he?
Yeah.
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 It's a very Warhorse thing to do.
I will say though, like I loved his stuff when he was in TNA. Like all the stuff he was doing with Shark Boy and Super Eric. Like I grew up on TNA, all that stuff. Sign me up.
Have you?
I'm sorry for you.
And
Oh,
You know, some people actually like enjoyed that, Mike, especially of that impressionable age.
and as a video gamer, have you played the TNA video game with him in it?
We have a copy of it in the back here, Riz.
Okay, you need somebody there needs to play the Curry Man story mode.
Riz,
I'll come over. I'll come over.
Why don't you play the Consequences Creed story mode?
Ooh. Well, you gotta wait for me to finish my take Elias to WrestleMania story mode I'm working on right now.
Boy.
It's over on YouTube right now. I was like, let's take him to WrestleMania. Then I ended up at WrestleMania Backlash in June, after Money in the Bank. I'm already the U.S. champion, so I put some work in. And then I got randomly thrown a tag team championship against RK Bro. My teammate was Bobby Roode in full glorious mode on entrance, by the way. Fantastic. And then I got thrown in a mixed tag with Liv Morgan for some reason. It's been real weird.
Was it the mixed match challenge?
No, it was just a mixed tag on Raw, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but mixed tags work really weird. Maybe it makes sense, but for what they do, but you know. Anyways. Philip Archer, what did you learn from wrestling this week or lately?
just watch everything. Like I've been literally watching as much wrestling as I can just to work on like storyline stuff and how to progress a story.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that's basically it.
From the chat room, yeah, that is research for you. That's really at that point. Brandon from the chat room from Kansas City. It's not something I learned, but my favorite thing about wrestling is the backstage segments involving Roman Reigns and his squad. Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
It's the thing you tune in for these days. Tina learned how a fan base can match energy and loudness from a small hall to a major arena. Dude, watch the Shaft match. It's the Shaft and Brian Cage is the first match on Elevation. Just check that out.
I know. Me and you were BSing
We were just talking about
yeah.
that. It is the loudest thing you've ever heard, and it brought me right back to Washington Hall, because Washington Hall is still the greatest vibe I have ever experienced. AAW gets there a little bit. That's a lot of fun too, and a lot of these other places I've been to a lot of really good spaces, but fucking that Washington Hall Defy group. It is madness up there, and Tina's usually in the middle of it. She was at Dynamite last week actually, so. And then they went down to Portland, which is also where Defy runs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all the same people went to both shows.
Oh, I no doubt.
I think it's like 3 or 4 hours away, and they just completely. But yeah, so No, I don't play Marvel Snap. There's a whole Marvel Snap sidebar happening on Twitter right now. Mad Mike.
Marvel Snap is fun.
Mad Mike, what'd you learn?
I learned Stone Cold Steve Austin had it right. You can figure it out.
Damn.
Okay. All right. There you go. Or something else. Oh yeah, I'm not doing Marvel Snap because I've been playing League of Legends. So
Sorg.
yeah,
Play Marvel Snap. It's much more fun.
Game Pass gave out a bunch of free shit for it. So.
Marvel Snap is free.
Why, Sorg?
Yeah, but that's a freemium thing. I don't know, man.
No, it's not.
No.
No, it's not. The only things you pay for in Marvel Snap are cosmetic.
Oh well. It's still I don't know. Guys, thank you so much. Philip Archer, Prospect Pro Wrestling, January 27th, the World WW3 welterweight third memorial show. Go check that out. Ticket information at prospectprowrestling.com. Go see it live or stream it. You got options. It's out there. I get it. You know. If you want to dip a toe in and see what Prospect Pro Wrestling is about. Actually, if you want to check out Prospect Pro Wrestling, year 1 of 2PW has been dropping on the IndyWrestling.us YouTube page. So we're now up to like October or something. The Leechburg, the Leechburg roulette one. That was fun. That was interesting.
That was a fun one.
Is that the one that ended with the bar fight? No, the next one, the one this Sunday.
Yeah, this
should be the one that ends in the bar fight.
Yeah, that was interesting.
2PW has done some shit. So, and we haven't even dropped the entire whole hardcore Halloween show. So,
that was rough.
It was rough.
That was rough.
We need to do that again. See what other vehicles we can destroy.
Definitely Judo got the worst of that though.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget that when he jumped off the loader.
Mm-hmm.
He hit, and as soon as he hit, just I can't breathe.
And then he had to drive a car and do another one.
Yeah.
Into Lawless. Thank you. Go check that out. Follow Phil Barcher on all the social media and buy a towel. You don't know what you'll be supporting. Well, hopefully you know when you buy it. Hopefully it'll tell you. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Go stop by the merch stand for the culmination and Philip Archer for that. Thank you, everybody. Mad Mike 483 on the tweets.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what I'm going to be tweeting about the next couple of days?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
Probably Marvel Snap.
Yay! Riz plays games on the tweets and the Twitch.
I was thinking about doing a stream, but I might not because I thought I was going to do something else with WWE, but maybe not right now.
What are you doing? What the hell is up? Oh, we'll work on that Impact stream then.
There you go.
I might just do some Rumbleverse.
There you go.
We got an epic win on Rumbleverse.
We need to get together and do some Rumbleverse together. That's cross-platform. It's like Fortnite with wrestling.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up
dude,
right now,
you're gonna have to send me that, Sorg.
It's just like a giant like Fortnite like thing, but it's like a big Royal Rumble in a town kind of thing. And you're all wrestlers. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun.
Definitely send me the name of that because I get dropped on my head too much.
Yeah. We're gonna send that on the Facebook maybe. And I'm at Sorgatron, and you can follow me for my adventures. Who knows where I'm gonna be ending up? I'm gonna tentatively scheduled. We are supposed to have Ziggy Heim in next week, the internet champion, the champion of the internets, will be joining us to grace the internets with their presence, I guess. And I do believe we do have Doc and Tony from RWA and 2PW commentary should be joining us the week after, and like I said, Chris LaRusso on the 31st. And the writer of the WMAC Masters book will be joining us the first Tuesday in February.
Oh, so he's gonna be here for Mayhem Mania.
Yes, I just realized that. Also, I don't know if you noticed, Mike, he has a very vested interest in Lucha Underground.
I picked up on that.
Okay.
We're gonna have conversation.
I was gonna say, I feel like you got some hatred there.
What?
For Lucha Underground?
No.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Never.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No,
I was like, wait a minute. I got
you're
getting some hatred there. I'm like, wait a second.
We have a very good relationship with Lucha Underground.
Okay.
When it
What the
existed.
fuck is it?
To the point that when I went out there, we had VIP treatment.
Oh,
yeah.
We have a very good relationship.
Yeah.
Lucha Underground.
He got VIP when they were up in New York.
I have an exclusive mug that only people who worked on the 100th episode of Lucha Underground got.
Yeah.
And I drink out of it regularly.
I got to hang out in the VIP room with Ron Funches and talk wrestling.
There you go. Dude, that was by far like one of my favorite shows.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
that was a great vibe. It was amazing.
Myself and Matt Carlins were mentioned on the series finale of Lucha Underground.
We had a show dedicated to them.
Right before
damn.
it showed Wade Barrett saying he had some bad news.
Yep.
Little did we know the bad news was that the show was being canceled.
Which I don't know why it ever got canceled.
Why that's
there's a bunch of reasons.
TV things that have nothing to do with the good ratings.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those kind of deals. So, no, Christopher Joseph was on the show. He interviewed Pentagon in person. God, who else? Drago apparently.
Drago was on there.
Vampiro told you to eat a bag of dicks on the show.
Yep.
Yeah, those
we
were
met
good
Mario
times.
the Moth.
Oh,
We met Mario the Moth in New Orleans. Like, oh yeah, we have a very good relationship with Lucha.
Oh, that's right. Did you go to the Impact versus Lucha show? Was that a thing?
Sure as fuck did. What a show! What a program that was.
Yep. All right, thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week. Tune in for everything, and of course, get on the Patreon. If you're on there, you get a special. We have a preview of the Mayhem Mania graphics. If you're on Patreon, I'll give you a hint. They're moving.
Ooh.
Yes, I don't even know if I showed you guys this. Did I? Anyways,
I think I saw it.
all right. Anyways, we'll figure that out after the show. Thank you so much. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want, take it back. Wait for the perfect time, then attack.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.